I love you. Whatever. Hey everybody, John here. I got a bone to pick with Boy Genius. So I'm going to do an album review of the record. I don't think it should have won Grammys. I don't think it should have beat anybody it beat. And I really just don't get it. I know it's not really for me, but it kind of is. I'm an alternative indie rock-ish kind of artist. And I just don't understand why this is so popular. So I wanted to do a review of the Boy Genius album, the record. I wanted to be honest. I told Matthew not to concern himself with this because he would probably be a little bit more harsh than me. And I also didn't want to waste his time because, in all honesty, I really think that this album is bland and boring. They were nominated for 7 Grammys, and they won 3. And I will go through that, who they beat out and all, but who they beat out is just, it's absurd. But anyway, With You, Without Them. Pleasant opener, reminds me of Christmas, 6 out of 10. The a cappella 3-piece harmony song that's only about a minute, it's a minute and a half, and it's good. And I thought to myself, maybe, a little Fleet Foxes like that. I was following, which also a full album of that would be terrible too. But I thought to myself, they're going to start with this interesting 3-piece harmony a cappella thing, and then we'll see. Maybe this record will be good, and I'm just incorrect. Number 2, $20. Very 2003 Coldplay-ish kind of riff, which I like. Obviously, early Coldplay is excellent. Outro was decent. I didn't have anything really else to say. It felt a little bit longer than 3 minutes and 20 seconds, which is what I'm looking at, but it was a decent early 2000s alternative Coldplay song, and I thought it was all right. There actually was more rasp on the vocals too, and so these first 2 songs, I give this a 7 out of 10. These first 2 songs, I'm like, oh wow, maybe I really was just listening. I just knew the single that won everything, the Not Strong Enough song, and I misjudged the full body of work, so I started to get excited. Number 3, Emily, I'm Sorry. The harmonies are good, but I was very bored, and there's still a minute left, and that was halfway through, and I stopped. I listened to the whole thing, but it was very boring. It felt every bit of the time that it was. And I give this a 5 out of 10. The harmonies are good. They're very good whispery singers. Number 4, True Blue. Like a very boring song off of Pressure Machine by The Killers. Lyrics are decent, but this feels every bit of 5 minutes. These songs, they feel longer than they are. And this one was 4 minutes and 56 seconds. And I'm telling you, it's 4 minutes and 56 seconds. It's like sitting in a waiting room, that song. I gave it another 5 out of 10. Cool about it. So the thing they ripped off of Plain White Tees, the melody, and I said, Gay Girl Delilah. That was what popped in my head. Sorry if that upset anybody. I just thought it was funny when I thought of it like that. The chorus is pretty, but fuck. Another one that is sad and drab with no change in pace. 5 out of 10. A lot of average songs that I will not listen to again. Not Strong Enough. So Not Strong Enough won Best Rock Song, won Best Rock Performance, and was nominated for Record of the Year. This is where, and this is the song, really the only song I knew from them, but you got to be kidding me with this. Best Rock Performance of the Year? Best Rock Song of the Year? What? And I was floored. So this is what I wrote about it, and as soon as I, listened to it the other day. Melody is Shadow of the Day by Linkin Park, which is stolen from U2's With or Without You, but that's a way better song, Shadow of the Day. The chorus is nice, but nothing special. Always an Angel, Never a God part is their version of I Got Soul, but I'm Not a Soldier, which is also kind of nonsense, but that has a fucking pounding to it. This is just, I don't know. The outro is just 4 sentences. The lyrics to me, and I'm a lyric guy. I write 90% of our lyrics in our songs. And, you know, maybe I'm not the deepest puddle of water, but I don't know. It seems like these songs are deep to just be deep. And that's how I felt about it. It's, like I said, the verses, because they're from Shadow to Day, are pretty good, the melody. But I can't give this more than a 6 out of 10. And now that I'm rethinking about it, it's probably more of like a 5.5 out of 10. It's not the best fucking rock song or rock performance of the year. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Number 7. Now the album really starts to dip from here, and you know, I'm starting to get real bored with this. I was in work. I considered starting to work. That's how bored I was. Revolution 0. Was that supposed to be like a Beatles nod? Like Revolution 9? The last 30 seconds is good. The rest is just depressing. 4 out of 10. Leonard Cohen. It's number 8. Best part of the song is the Cohen line that they use, which I forget what it is right now, but it's not even worth. It's a good. Leonard Cohen's is a genius. The rest is just a nice little teenage love song. 4.7 out of 10. These songs are barely average, and they won Grammys. It's baffling to me. Number 9, Satanist. A little Weezery, which I liked, but still, it was just not that interesting. It's probably the second best song on the record, which is crazy, because this would be the worst song on some of the other albums I'll talk about that they won the category. The verses last forever, and the outro is just a drag. 6.1 out of 10. And that's probably me being too generous. We're in Love. She really ain't lying when she says on and on and on and on, which she says at the end. Whack, boring, and don't care about what she's talking about. 4 out of 10. You can't even look at the lyrics and go, well, you know, this is actually a really nice lyrical song, because you're just so bored. Anti-Curse, 11. Kind of Arcade Fire-y. It's okay. Less bland than the last one. 5 out of 10. And my ears might have just been happy to hear something else than just, you know, whatever drag she was talking about. And then the last song, number 12, Letter to an Old Poet. I've had enough at that point, and I said, oh my God, enough already. That's what I wrote. 2.3 out of 10. I really didn't like that. These are my final words about the album. This album and its nominated songs by them are really boring, depressing, white, but not the skin, just like white like my skin, average, uninteresting, and ununique. Nominated for 6 Grammys and winning 3 is a disgrace. That's not to say it's the worst thing I've ever heard, but there were so many better albums that should have won / been nominated. The Grammys are a joke, but just the praise these 3 get anyway is insane. They're the most overrated. It's the most overrated bullshit of the year. The album itself gets a 4.7 out of 10. They were nominated for Album of the Year, which Taylor Swift won, which she shouldn't have. Best Alternative Music Album of the Year, which they won. Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical. I don't know enough to say who should have won that. Record of the Year, which is insane, which Flowers won, which probably shouldn't have been Miley Cyrus, but that's a way better. Flowers is fucking it's better than every song, half of these songs combined. It's better than. Best Rock Song of the Year. I don't know how you say, there has to be a separation. Jay-Z said a lot of these people don't even belong in the genres. This is the fucking example, because rock is too vague. Maybe it's the best folk song that's plugged in, but it's not rock song. Best rock performance, which it won for. So best rock performance, it beat out the Foo Fighters and Arctic Monkeys right then and there. And also rock performance, Always should have been nominated. Paramore should have been nominated. If you're going to nominate fucking Boy Genius, Alex Cameron should have been nominated for his Oxy, whatever the fuck that album's called. That's incredible. And then Rock Song, it beat out the Rolling Stones, Queens of the Stone Age, and Foo Fighters. What? And then Best Alt Album, it beat out Arctic Monkeys, the Gorillaz, and Lana Del Rey. Always, in this genre, it's the best album in the last two years. Since it's been released, it's the best album, Blue Rev. Belinda Says is the best single that was nominated in any category for anything. And then second was Body Paint by Arctic Monkeys. And they both lost to this. That's a disgrace. It really is a disgrace. I don't know enough about these women, but it seems very industry planny. And I'm sure that they're very talented. I know they're very talented because the music itself, you got to know what you're doing to make boring music. You still got to be talented. They have really good voices. But this is just fucking boring, sad to be sad. Me and Matthew wrote a song making fun of Billie Eilish, who is, by the way, head and shoulders above these people. One of the lyrics that's just kind of thrown in there, which I think about now, is "the press sells," because it does. That's why these people are so praised, because they're in pain. But like Liam Gallagher said, my ears are in pain. And then he said something else, and I won't call these people that, but he called Pearl Jam fucking twats. Well, these people seem like nice people, but this is just not it. The album's not even average. It's a 4.7 out of 10. I've said enough about it. Oh boy, genius.